Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you,
Morning.
Thank you, Jen. Okay, good morning, everybody. Welcome to State of the Industry. I am happy to see those of you who are dancing and sad to see that more of you weren't dancing to that song. I felt like I could barely contain myself. So thank you for Jordan. Thank you for dancing with me. Welcome. I am Katie Hardman, your Chief Opportunity Officer at the Experience Brokerage Network. And I'm riding solo today, you guys. Leslie is living experientially today. So I hope that I live up to everybody's expectations and that we have a powerful meeting today. We actually have so much to cover and so much to talk about. Just a little sneak peek of what we're gonna do today. We are going to welcome our newest family members and introduce you to some new family members. We're going to celebrate our top agents like we do every month. We're actually going to announce some new value adds coming from the Experience Brokerage Network that I'm super excited to tell you about, and I think you're gonna be excited about as well. We're going to hear from Chris. He has a leadership lesson for us, and I'm excited to hear about it. And then we get to meet some leaders from KWRI today. So hold on to your seat. We got a lot to cover, and it's going to be exciting. So like we do every month, welcome to the Experience Brokerage Network. We had a lot of agents join us since the last time that we met. Special shout out to Keller Williams Southern Oregon Umpqua Valley, who joined us the month of July. So 43 new agents came over from KWUV. So we're so excited and honored to be your partners in business. And to everybody who joined the Experience Brokerage Network in the last month, we are thankful that you're here and we are happy to be your partners in business. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Also want to shout out our top agents. This is something that we do every month just to get a little healthy competition going and show the scope. We cover Portland, Salem, Medford, well, all of Southern Oregon and Eugene, Springfield. So sometimes the numbers look a little bit different from area to area. So congratulations to our top agents for the month of July in closed units. And we recognize three categories. One is our solo agents. This means one sales agent did this volume or these units all by themselves. So Adrian Gonzalez with 8.25 units, Pam Dietz with 8, Lori Graves also with 8 closed units, Dawn Downing with 7.5, Sandy Gray with 5, and Lou Gastaldi with 4.5. Congratulations to our solo agents. Teams, this is 2 sales agents working together for this production. So 2 producing agents, Garrett's Realty Group and Johnson Fast Team coming in first with 6 closed units, Sarah Hesselman with 5, the Brock team with 4, Kruger Kermode team and Team Kelleher with 3 closed units, and then Ben V. Mondragon Inc. and Delahook Homes with 2 closed units in the month of July. And then our group, so this is 3 or more sales agents or 3 or more producing agents working together for these combined numbers. And whew, Josh Cooley team with 22 closed units in the month of July, blowing everybody else out of the water. But not to say that these other numbers aren't exceptional as well. Benson Broker Group with 16 closed units, PDX Property Group with 14 closed units, Galen Haas team with 10, and the Quarterstone team with 6 closed units. Congratulations to everybody. Now, I know for some of you, units are important, and I know for some of you, volume is important, so we recognize both. And again, solo category, I think this is the first time Jessica has made the top 5 for the network, and she didn't climb the ranks. She made the ranks. She is number 1 in closed units across the entire network with 2.9 million in closed volume. Darren Ricketts with 2.18, Aubrey Martin with 2.16, Dawn Downing with 2.1 million, and then Danielle West with 2 million. So congrats to our solo agents for throwing it down in the month of July. Our teams, Team Kelleher out of Southern Oregon with 3.7 million, Sarah Hesselman with 3.6, Garrett's Realty Group 3.4, the Brock team with 1.9, and the Johnson Fast team with 1.6. Now our groups, again, Josh Cooley, 22 closed units, Makes sense. Josh Cooley team with 12.5 million in closed volume. Benson Broker Group with 9.2 million. PDX Property Group with 7.3 million. Galen Haas team with 5.1 million, and Darren Darcy team with 3.2 million. So holy smokes, you guys, way to throw it down in the month of July. Congrats to all our top producers. Okay. I'm going to slow down for a second because I feel like these announcements are really important and really special. So we have three things. Well, this one isn't new news, but it's exciting news. We're like 2 weeks out from Mega Agent Camp. If you're going, put a little me in the chat. I know that they are jam packing these 2 days with a ton of content, and a ton of things are still, I'm getting text messages and emails about all kinds of like breakfast, lunch, happy hour, dinner, like all the plans are coming together. So we are excited for Mega Agent Camp, and talk to your local leadership because I believe every one of our offices is doing something special for these 2 days in the office to also bring you value locally. So reach out to your leadership if you haven't already heard, but I believe everybody is bringing the experience local as well. Okay. Announcement number 2, our next Master Series event. Yay. So we had a phenomenal event in Eugene. What was that, last month? And we are officially announcing our next Master Series event. It's with Jeannie Osnes, who is a MAPS business coach for Gary Keller's Top 100, and she is coming local. This event will be in the Portland metro area, and she's going to be teaching planning for the business of 2023. We always do business planning every year, and yet when Jeannie and I spoke about what would be the most valuable, and when I was talking to our network ALC about what would be the most valuable, we talked about, well, why don't we shift the conversation, because we're in a shift, to talk about how may your business plan need to be different for 2023 than it has been in the last 5 years, 2 years, 1 year. How do we need to shift our business plan to make sure we're bulletproofing our business for 2023? So tickets go on sale tomorrow. So look out for the email. The thing I will tell you is you will want to get your ticket early, because for the next week, we will be running an early bird price of $25, and the price will go up the closer we get to the event. So get your ticket early. This is one that I'm super excited about. So be on the lookout for that. Okay. One more announcement, and I've actually brought in help for this one because I'm super excited, and you've heard from me for 12 minutes. I thought maybe you would want to hear another voice. So Jeremiah, are you here to tell us about our next exciting announcement from the Brokerage Network?
I am here, Katie. Hi, everyone.
Hello. Okay. Jeremiah, tell us, what is Link?
Oh my gosh, I am so excited to get to be the one to talk to you guys about this today. It is such an exciting value add for everybody across our network. Listen, in the last few months, your XBN leadership has been listening to you as agents when you tell us what you need to build, grow, and scale your business. And so we've launched the leverage division, we've launched the talent division, and now I'm excited to be releasing to you guys today, Link. So Link is going to be like the one-stop, easy button access shop for you to access all the services across our network that you have access to help you, like as I said, build, grow, and scale your business. Kitty, can I share my screen? Is that okay?
Yeah, let me stop sharing.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen here, and I apologize in advance. I'm working on one screen, but this is I'm going to take us right to our Experience Brokerage network.com. And right here on the side menu, you can see you now have the option to select Link. Can everybody see that? Yes?
Yes.
Great. When you select that Link service, it's going to take you to Link to connect you, or if we like to say, link up all your business needs and tools and resources in one place. So whether you're looking for talent and acquisition, transaction management, marketing, listing leverage, coaching, and so much more. My favorite thing about this particular service is the ability to go ahead and we're going to scroll down, and whether you're looking for leverage, whether you're looking for talent, or whether you just want help leveling up your marketing and your business, all you need to do is click the button to get access to all of these amazing resources. As I said, right here, all in one place. I think something else I want to mention, Katie, if it's okay, I'm just going to sneak this in, and that is that you now have access to Experience Brokerage Network marketing as a service. You'll see here that you can access business cards, listing bundles for your property marketing, as well as your KW sites and Facebook ads. I want to talk about Facebook ads for just 1 second. I know there's a lot of agents out there who have told me in our conversations like, hey, I'm out there online, I'm doing what I can, I'm trying to figure out how to build my business through Facebook or social media. I got to tell you, if you do not click that Facebook ad button, you're doing yourself a bit of disservice. This week alone, an ad ran on behalf of Experience Marketing that generated 26 leads from a $48 spend. Guys, that's less than $2 pay per click. That is an amazing result. And they're doing it in a way that's curated specifically to you and your business, which means you get to maintain ownership. You get to have the success of allowing XBN Marketing and our services to provide your business with growth and scale. I don't know about you. I'm very excited. Okay, Katie, that's really all I have. I just want to show you the website. Stay tuned for your State of the Industry recap for access to the link that will take you here. And guys, we can't wait to connect with you with the experts that you need to make your business experiential. Okay, guys, all for me.
Well, don't go anywhere.
Just kidding.
Jeremiah, let's recap that real quick. So we now have the ability to order business cards or have someone create your business cards and order them on your behalf.
Yes.
Postcards.
Yes.
Flyers.
Yes.
Presentations.
Yes.
Or maybe you just need, like, you're not ready to hire an admin, but you have some like administrative tasks. You could use this service to just do like contact upload, add stuff to your Facebook, like.
Yeah, I'm going to take us to the leverage page, which happens to be my bias, my favorite. I get to be the director of that division. And as we go down, you'll see there is a pay per task admin support. Listen, if you can think it, we can probably do it. And we have an expert to help you. So if you check out our admin by our services, just by clicking that button right there, it will take you to the form that you can submit to get more info about what it is that you need to make your business a success.
Oh my goodness.
Right.
This is amazing. And this is coming from a lot of feedback. So thank you guys for saying, like, we would love marketing support. We need help in this area, because that allowed us to go back and say, well, how can we make that happen and create and put a team together so that this is a reality for you and your business. The mission of the Experience Brokerage Network is to be able to support agents and their businesses living experientially at all levels, whatever level of business that you want to have. Our goal is to be able to provide support for you at that level. So this is us working through that plan with you. And so if you have additional feedback or additional services you would like the Experience Brokerage Network to add to our pipeline, let me know so we can make sure we're always delivering on our mission.
Yes, Katie. And please stay tuned to that website as we continue to build out that platform with even additional services. You'll get those announcements as well. Just like Katie said, give us the feedback so we can make the service that you need available and like at your fingertips.
Thank you. Oh, I love the feedback. Love it. Huge value add. Thank you guys. We're excited, and the whole agent services division team has been working hard on this one. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We're excited to announce. Okay. Moving on. So usually in these meetings, State of the Industry, we talk about the industry. We're going to pivot a little bit today and have a unique conversation, yet this information is still very important. So our team got the last of the stats yesterday. So we're working on putting together the information and getting it out to you as soon as possible. So in the recap or soon after, look for the economic update stats across the state of Oregon. But we are going to press pause on that today because I want to make sure we have time to hear from Chris and our KWRI leaders. So this is going to be an unconventional Chris. last minute, he was like, oh shoot, I have to be in the car during this call, but I still want to bring value. So he has recorded a special video just for us with what he was going to talk about. It just won't be interactive. So I'm actually not going to play this. I'm going to bring it up in another screen so I make sure you guys have a great experience hearing it. Let's see, let's bring this up. Jeremiah, I'm also working off one screen, so I feel it. Let's do this. Okay, can everybody see Chris's face? Someone say yes, so because I can't see you.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Good morning, Experience Brokerage Network. It is awesome to somewhat be with you this morning. I had a slight change in schedule unexpectedly and wound up having to be on or in a car the exact time that our meeting was going to run. So I hopped into the office real quick beforehand to shoot a quick video to play because it was something that I wanted to talk to our group about specifically right now. In where we are in this unique time in the market and in our careers. I had the opportunity to have a conversation with the author, John Hamm, of the book Unusually Excellent. If you haven't read the book, it's an awesome one to read. The subtitle of the book is The Necessary 9 Skills Required for the Practice of Great Leadership. And so today I wanted to talk on sort of my big takeaways from the personal conversation and then maybe one conversation out of the book. The reason why I bring this up on a brokerage call for all of our agents in the network is because all of us need to be good leaders, whether we're leading people on teams or whether we're leading our clients or ourselves, like we're leaders within the industry. And because of that, not bad. Anytime we could take a step back and say, hey, what does it take to be unusually excellent in our leadership skills? So the first thing that John had said that really stuck out to me, and I wanted to share it with you, was being unusually excellent is ontological, which, that's a big word. I didn't know what it meant when he said it, but I Googled it and really quickly learned that what he was really meaning was being unusually excellent is not a noun or a verb or a proposition. It is a form of being, meaning to be unusually excellent. There are certain things that we need to do in order to become that way. Here's what I'll share. He said a big portion of the first, actually it's I think the first third of the book is about being competent. All of us need to be competent in what we do. We need to be competent in building strategy, setting goals, right? Our vision. Like no one's going to build a strategy if they aren't competent. So strategy is a process competency. And that's really not what the book is talking about. The book isn't talking about setting goals, achieving goals, and winning. Really, it's how do we do that while becoming unusually excellent, which each of us want to be for our clients. And here's how. We actually asked him, hey, God, what does a business do if they're not unusually excellent? Like, what are certain things that happen that cause businesses to fail? And he gave 3 specific things. I'm going to flip that and in conversation share with you, if those are the things that the businesses do to fail, then let's take his words and apply it to, well, conversely, if we did the opposite of that, businesses should be able to win. So the first one is the ability to build a good team or attract good people. We're not going to win. We're not going to be unusually excellent unless we as a person attract other good people around us. Look at the Zoom, right? You look around and there are good human beings that show up to this brokerage network. Why? Because we make it our aim to do so. We have to be able to attract good people. Now, the same is true in your business for customers and clients and agents and administrative and operational talent, which is on the call. Attract good people, you will build something big. Conversely, he said a group of mediocre people is a super mediocre team. That's not us. So the ability to attract a good team. Number two, he just asked the question, good businesses, unusually excellent businesses, they have a very strong value proposition and they know their value proposition. So he said businesses that are great are businesses that are happy to have their customers, well, the businesses are happy to deliver the service and the customers are happy to pay for that service. So think back in our business, right? As we sit across the table from a seller and sign a listing agreement, or sit across the table from a buyer and have them sign a buyer loyalty agreement. Are we ultra confident in the value proposition we're delivering? And do they feel that, right? FedEx has a great value proposition. We don't argue, we just pay the money and we're happy to ship that overnight. Netflix, same thing, right? He mentions there's so many services that we are happy to pay based on what we get in return. So is your business's value proposition strong enough? Are your customers delighted to pay your cost product? And then third, he said great business owners stay focused on the most important thing. He said they do not major in the minors. The reality is there are probably 10 different things that you need to do this morning as you wake up and start your day. And we have to figure out what are the most important three, right? What are the most important two things we need to do? Because unfortunately, if we set out to accomplish 10 things and we knocked out 7 out of 10 things, I promise at the end of the day, you'll probably feel pretty good. I did 7 out of the 10 things I wanted to do today. But the challenge is this. If those are the 7 least important things and the 3 most important things are not done, then we didn't stay focused on the most important things. Build the muscle to do the 3 most important things. So the 3 things, the main 3 things in order to be unusually excellent, attract great talent, right? Make sure that you can, and you're a person that will attract talent. Number 2, build your value proposition incredibly strong, right? Have faith in the value proposition. Make adjustments if you don't believe that what you're delivering is strong enough to charge what you charge. And then third, stay focused on the most important thing, not major in the minors. Now, when we do that, we will have an unusually excellent culture as well. He said those 3 things lead to great culture. And the other things that we can add in there to build great culture, and it's something that we do here and strive to do here is have open communication, right? Transparency, honesty, gratitude. He said those 3 things build incredible culture. And then he threw this and he said, add some warmth, right? Build some warmth into your organization, in your group, in your company, in your business, so that it's not just all business. That is what businesses do to win. Now, one of the 9 skills that he talks about in the book is being compelling. I wanted to talk about this. It's a conversation that I had with my group just recently, and I wanted to share it with all of us here as well. We as salespeople need to be compelling. Anytime we're going to sell anything or any business that we're going to run or own, we need to be compelling entrepreneurs. We need to be compelling business owners. And so in sort of researching this a little bit more, I came across a really interesting article in Inc. magazine about what does it mean to be compelling. If John says we need to be compelling, it's a leadership skill we all must have, then why is being compelling so valuable, and what does it really mean? Number 1, this is what being compelling means. Compelling people show strength. Some people are stronger than others, and that's fine. Weaknesses can come from character, but oftentimes weakness comes from a lack of belief in your mission. Compelling people show strength in their mission, resolve in their mission. So to be a compelling leader, we must choose a worthy cause to be able to focus on. Compelling people show strength. Number 2, compelling people connect empathetically. Think about that. As a leader, as a real estate agent, compelling people connect empathetically. They practice empathy as a means for inspiring people and moving people forward. They explore and understand how and why people do certain things and what makes people tick. So they're able to meet people where they are, is what John Hamm said in his book. To be a compelling leader, we must be approachable and relatable to be able to attract and retain those who will join us on our journey. So number 2, connect empathetically. Number 3, compelling people inspire with vision. Now, this is as simple as sitting in front of a seller and having a very clear vision on what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, when you're going to do it, why you're going to do it. We need to inspire sellers with our vision of getting their home sold, or sitting across the table from that buyer and being compelling, inspiring with the vision of what it's going to take, painting the picture of something better for them, which is home ownership. To be a compelling leader, we must be a great storyteller, which inspires through vision. When we tell stories, we visualize things. Thus, you are more compelling. So tell stories of previous sellers that you've worked with, previous buyers that got through that same challenge that your current buyers are faced with or challenged with. Inspire with vision. Number 4, compelling leaders attract doers. They attract doers. They are workers. We all need to raise our hand and say, hey, am I a doer? Do I show up and do? A team with a compelling leader, that leader is willing to do anything for the mission. So to be a compelling leader, be selective about those who are around you. Are they doers? Number 5, compelling leaders earn respect. They just don't have it, they earn it. The title doesn't give it to you. It's just like, hey, I have my real estate license. That doesn't mean you've earned respect. How do we earn respect? We earn respect of other people through small actions of success and connection. Success and connection. And that builds trust. So to be a compelling leader, we never assume that we've garnered respect. We constantly show up saying, I'm going to earn respect, no matter what your position, no matter what your tenure. Treat every day as an opportunity to earn respect. And last, to be compelling, we must instill confidence. Now more than ever, in this market more than ever, our clients need to know that you are confident. There is so much uncertainty. So compelling leaders instill confidence. They make sure that they know exactly what they're going to do, how they're going to do it, when they're going to do it. Those questions come up again and again. Why? Because that's a system. It's a system of instilling confidence with our buyers, with our sellers, with our agents, with our coworkers. To be a compelling leader, we have to know how to instill confidence. We have to have internal confidence in where we're going and what we're doing, and then that will then show up to those around us. So just a quick kind of recap of this great book, Unusually Excellent, some thoughts from the author in a private conversation we were able to have with him that I wanted to share with you, and then really diving into just one of the 9 skills of becoming truly excellent is being a compelling salesperson, a compelling leader, a compelling human being, compelling collaborator. So with that, I hope everyone has an awesome Wednesday. And if you need me, you know where I am. Thanks all.
Wow. What'd you guys think?
I loved it.
I love the thumbs up. Thank you, Shannon. Jordan, you loved that?
Yeah.
Powerful conversation that no matter where you are in your business, that's a great place to go, right? We all want to be leaders. We all are leaders of different parts of our life, different parts of our business. And so I feel like that was a lesson that spoke to me. I hope it also spoke to you. If you had an aha, I would love for you to put it in the chat so we can share that with Chris of just like, what did you get out of that? What was speaking to you in that quick 13 minutes from Chris? And I feel like that was a really good setup for who we're going to hear from next, because I know that, speaking of compelling leaders, I know that these next leaders are very compelling. And when I pull up my screen and you can see their headshot, you'll know that they're compelling. So let me share my screen again. Okay, so we have the honor and privilege of having Jason and Jordan, maybe Jordan and maybe Jason on the call this morning to talk about KW Sports and Entertainment. These are leaders who are compelling in their business, compelling in their industry, compelling in their niche. So I thought, what a great opportunity to hear about KW Sports and Entertainment and how this could apply to us here in Oregon. So Jason and Jordan, are you here with us?
Yes, I'm here. Jordan is, I think, maybe on with us, but he is actually showing a really high-end property to a really popular soccer player right now, which is par for the course for this group. So, so you get me, and I've been listening to the whole time. So I'm gonna try to be as compelling as possible in my information that I give you. I think you'll enjoy it. Let me ask you, Katie, if I can. How long do I have? Because there's Micro Machine Me, which may just give away how old I am, where I'll go through the whole thing, or we take our time. So I want to be conscientious of time for you guys.
Well, you can have as much time as you want. We've got 25 minutes left. It's yours.
Perfect. So I'll probably what I'm going to do is can I share my screen? I can't share my screen. Great. Let me pull up. So just a quick note. I'm gonna share a deck. I am gonna I'm sort of a fast-paced kind of guy, so I'm gonna just kind of go through the deck. I like to think of it as more like an action movie, so that way you aren't bored with what I'm saying. Show you a little bit about what we are doing and what we've created and some of the plans for the future. I think we have just a small amount of people in your guys' market centers that may be in our group, but not a lot. And we'll talk about that. But let me go ahead and share my screen. I think you guys will enjoy what we're doing here. And I got to figure out where I have hid my. Sorry, guys, I've got like 900 windows open here. Okay, so go. Sorry about that. Everybody gets to see all my emails. I had this all open. I swear I did. All right. Sports and entertainment. Keller Williams Sports and Entertainment. So what we back before around December, prior to December, Jordan, who's the director of sports and entertainment, and we are partners. I head up sort of like our brand marketing, operations, growth strategies. We had been doing sports entertainment real estate together for several years prior. And then Gary and Jason Abrams and Mark King came to Jordan, said, this is a pretty amazing thing. We've been thinking about it. You guys got the sauce. Can we do it? So Jordan agreed. I was on board. I love it too. I'm a KW agent myself. So obviously Jordan. And so we brought this program. We sort of launched it in December based on kind of what we had seen happen, right? And so when you look at what sports and entertainment is in real estate, it's the same as any kind of real estate. It can be luxury, but it doesn't have to be luxury. And I think that's where one of the big misconceptions that we first got when we were doing this was like, wasn't this just luxury? And I'll tell you the reason why it's not just luxury is, we're trying to pair you guys even with college players who have the ability to make their way up to the NFL or the NBA. We're doing deals with huge universities and athletic departments and player associations, right? So the goal is to there's two goals: lead generation, right? And this is something that I'm going to talk about, this little program that I just kind of invented here that we're about to launch next week. Lead generation, and then there's some ancillaries that really do well for what we do. And one of the things you guys talked about in the beginning was marketing materials and a place to download that. And you're going to really love some of the things we're going to talk about. So let me just jump right in just real quick here, and then we'll get more into this, and I'd love to answer any questions for y'all. So basically, KW Sports Entertainment is a value add to your business, right? We don't ask anybody to come into our group and just say, all I do is sports entertainment. No, this is just another thing to make you a desirable agent and give you a sort of a leg up in the marketplace, right? And there are a lot of our number one thing that we say is we are collaboration, not competition, right? We don't like anybody in our group, even in the same areas. You know, we want people to work together or have masterminds together, like just like what you guys are doing, coming together. You know, because in some small degree, we're all in a way competing because even if we're on the same team, the same everything, we're all still trying to make money. But our goal is to turn your local business into a national business without having to go to what people call cheerleading sites and post, hey, I need a referral in this area. And you get 60 replies at one time, right? So there's a lot more to this. And we're going to delve into that real quick. In order to get into our group, there's a barrier of entry, and the barrier of entry is 50,000 GCI per year, which isn't that crazy. So it doesn't exclude too many people. However, if you have some type of relationship within the sports or entertainment industry, when you fill out the application to join, if you're interested, which is joinkwsc.com, which we'll get back to that, you can tell us about that. And so let's say one of my staff that's on with us, she's a KW agent out of New Jersey, did not have 50,000 GCI, but introduced us to the player associations manager for the New York Jets. Now we've done 3 deals with the New York Jets. So our philosophy is we want to try to give everybody a chance to get into the group, because you may be new to real estate, but you may have a long standing of relationships in either sports or entertainment. You guys are out where you are. I mean, Portland and Eugene. Like, there's a lot of different sports entertainment. There's Nike, there's Adidas, there's all kinds of things out there. So a really great place, and we have such low coverage. The screen that you see right now on the slide that you see on your screen right now, this is probably. I pulled this together, but in 1 week, and you can see like June 2nd and June 9th and June 4th on the dates. This is literally a weekly type thing. These are all different members who are working with sports entertainers. If you see on the far left, you see Hubert with the Falcons. He got a house for one of the Falcons. We were introduced to the Falcons player coordinator. We've done 14 sales for the Falcons this year already since December. We are their go-to. Now, guess what happens? The Pittsburgh Steelers call the Falcons player coordinator and say, "Hey, we got some guys that want to move into Atlanta. Who do you use?" Guess what? Now we're working with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and this type of thing happens all the time, right? So what I always say is, and again, I'm gonna split around, and I'm a creative mind, so I jump around a lot. So I apologize for that now. Lead gen is a huge deal to us, and that's not something that any other community really focuses on the way we do. We're going to talk about that. But this is a screen I just like to show, because when you join our group, we have a private Facebook group, and every single week we are just seeing another win. This member sent me something. Jordan sent me something. Jason sent me something. Oh, this other member sent me something. So the power is not just in Jordan and I's deep resources in this industry, it's all of our members as well. And so let's go into the first thing, and this is lead gen, right? This is, let me talk about getting into the group, right? I said the 50,000 GCI per year, or if you have an actual connection within there. By the way, if you ever have a question, feel free to just stop me, because if not, I'm gonna roll. This is not a referral group, right? And this is something that we've been dealing with extensively since we started. You are not going to join this group, not participate, and get referrals dumped in your lap. Possibly that happens, but probably not, right? This is a group where you have to have interest, you have to want to be involved, and if you get in there and you get active, it's tenfold. But there's $199 a month fee to be in our group. And here's a couple of reasons why. One is, if there wasn't, everyone would be in this group, because then everyone would be able to say that they were in a sports and entertainment real estate agent. Then we would have another one of those cheerleading situations that I talked about earlier, where you go in and say, "Hey, I've got somebody important going to Louisville, who we have, and then within 10 seconds, you have 60 people, right? So what we do is we bring in people that are ready to put some skin in the game, and then they are contributing, and because, you know, Keller Williams, we come from contribution, right? So what we always ask people is, well, what are you going to bring to the table too, right? And you don't have to have any kind of background in sports or entertainment. And that's another big thing I want to knock out right out in the beginning. People will ask me, well, what if I don't have any experience? Hey, listen, we have people that have never talked to a sports entertainer in their life, and we give them the training that we build, which we'll get to. But if you do have experience, then what we say is, great, we can coach you on the best way to approach those people, and this is how you do it. And then, by the way, we might want you to do a mastermind with some of our other agents that don't have as much experience as you do, right? Because it's collaboration, it's not competition. Inside our group, our competition's EXP, Remax, all these other guys who, by the way, we're blowing out of the water. I'm sure everyone knows that, right? So I want to talk about, in this specifically, lead gen. I'm going to start with number 2 because it's easy, member to member. We have 1,000 members spread out through North America. Somebody in our group, when you become part of our group, you kind of become part of the camaraderie and sort of the fellowship. So you don't have to put a referral or a lead in the group, but a lot of people do. So there's a ton of referrals that come through the group from each other, from members, right? So then there's the executive leadership leads, which is Jordan and myself. We have our own network that we've built. So we get leads and we pass them through there on a regular basis. But you guys are getting to hear about this a week before it launches. So I built this what I'm calling the lead engine. And so essentially what we've done, and I'm just going to talk about the first 2 places that we've locked in with this. I've built this platform that allows a team, a player association, or whatever, to choose from a sport, then go in and fill out a few pieces of information. And what that does is ask for, I need a real estate agent to help me with either a lease, a sell, a lease, a listing, a purchase, or an investment property. But it also asks them if they're looking for education. So I'd like to have education, just, hey, I've never bought a house. What do I do? Where do I start? That pairs them with someone local. So that person that's local then has the opportunity to explain, here's the process. You know, we're going to go find you a lender and get you pre-approved. I've got plenty of these guys. Let's talk about it. Gets them an authentic relationship going. Because we all know, even if you just explain to somebody how to go buy a house, it doesn't mean they can go buy that house. They still need you. So it's a way to generate a lead where you're educating that person, getting them locked in with you. But then we have some even higher parts of that where it's like, hey, you know what? You're a pretty well-known sports guy. If you go get your license through K-Score, it's free, by the way. You could then just get referrals. You could just use your network and get referrals. We'll handle them for you, and then you'll make extra money. Hey, maybe your career is about to be over in sports. Why don't we put you through K-Score and learn? Then you can downline that person, and then that person could also now be part of your team. So I built this engine, and this first 2 people that we've adapted this to is the USLPA, which is the United Soccer League Players Association, and the PHPA, which is the Professional Hockey Player Association. Katie, let me just have you put your mic on and tell me, just guess, how many people do you think are in those 2 associations? Just a guess.
I would assume hundreds.
16,000.
Wow.
So on our first rollout of this, and let me tell you, we've got Rutgers, Duke, UNLV. I'm talking to the MLS about implementing this, because what we're doing is we're proposing it as a education piece. But that education piece gets you in touch with somebody that's interested in either buying or learning or whatever about real estate, that's going to give you a person that you can then farm into a lead, right? So no one else is doing anything like this in any other community or any other company, any other brokerage, right? So we're launching that. And so what the USLPA and the PHPA are doing with us is allowing us to hold Zooms regionally, locally, and nationally about the platform. Then they're also going to be sending out information in their monthly newsletter every single time, and an additional email that tells them, hey, you can download this app. Hey, you can go to this website and you can get information and we can help you. You ever thought about this as a post career? And so there's a lot of lead gen that's coming just from this. 16,000, and it's the first two, and we have a long list signing up. So I'm taking a lot of time to talk about this because we offer a ton of ancillaries in our group, but I think everybody wants to make money. And what we've created is something we invented. No one else has this. No one's going to have it. We've got these relationships, and now we've created the engine to drive some of that. So really exciting stuff there. I get really passionate, excited about it. So I'm sorry I took long on this one. Now, I mentioned there's a $199 fee per month to be in the group, right? So, again, for that, you get this and you get the other thing. Now let's talk about some practical ancillary things that you get being in our group. First thing is, like we were talking about earlier, branding and marketing. We have this is also, I'm so sorry, if you can hang on 1 second, this is not the right deck. I just realized, well, it's close enough. You know what? We're good. I'm sorry, we're close enough. It's all rearranged for some reason. Anyway, branding and marketing. We create print material, social media videos for your website. If anybody in this group has followed our Instagram or our Facebook at all, and you see the kind of level that we're putting out, we create a lot more than what we just put out on our social media for you guys. So, and you have a member portal, which we're going to talk about at the end, because I like to discuss that in the end. And what I am going to do is I am going to switch this because I do not think this is the correct deck. So I apologize. Give me 1 sec here just to switch this deck over. There we go. Share. Sorry, guys. I don't mean to waste your time here. There we go. That's the right one. All right, we're better. All right, well, we're back. So, so inside this member portal, you get all of this marketing material. If you have a local person that can update your picture and your logo and all that, that's there. But we have everything, email signatures, and we put fresh stuff in there all the time. So every week I'll do a content drop in Facebook and say, hey, there's some new social media posts, there's some new graphics, there's a new video I just put in there. There's a bunch of new stuff in there. So that is open for you guys to use as a member. So that right there is part of the value of the monthly fee, in addition to the lead gen. Next thing, again, if you are familiar at all with us, you may have heard of some of our events. We have awesome events in this group, and you can only come to the events as a member, but our events are different than what you might be used to. We do a learning session, we do masterminds, but we do it in exciting places, and we have entertainers and fun. So just real fast, I'll run through. If you look at the top there, that was family reunion. We had John Walsh from America's Most Wanted, his son, come out and do a 30-minute fireside chat. Then we had Kristen O'Connor from American Idol sing a few songs. Red carpet, everybody got tuxes. John came out, took pictures with everybody on the red carpet. It was awesome. Went to Nashville back in May, rented out Geodis Park, the brand new soccer stadium. We have a member who is an actual agent in Nashville, who's a guitar player for a country band called Low Cash, performed a bunch of songs. We had all of our members, we're all singing and dancing, food, drinks, toured the park. And then we had a 1031 exchange seminar where we learned stuff too, but we learned it while we're all hanging out, we're having questions. So we make these exciting events, but we still make sure you learn and you network. I'll post a link to our YouTube videos that recaps all of these so you can kind of get a visual of what it's like to come to a KWSC event. Last one we just did was DC, and we rented out Audi Field, which is also a soccer stadium there. Then we watched the game, took tours, went on the field, had all the players come out, signed autographs, and then the team owner, who's a billionaire, also Jordan's client, who Jordan just sold $16 million worth of homes this month for, spoke to the entire group, talking about real estate and how he started with some small things to what it took to build a stadium in the middle of Washington, D.C., which is an amazing event. Everybody got, again, camaraderie. We had lunch and brunches. We had other networking, like lunch and learns. It's really cool. We have Mega Camp. Come visit us at Mega Camp. We're going to be there. And then if you join now, also next September 19th to 16th to the 19th, we're doing Vegas. Just spare time. Let me just tell you, that's going to be bananas. So let me just keep moving because I'll run out of time. I have no idea what time it is. So just hand wave me if I'm too much here. All right. Education speakers masterminds. This is another one of my favorites. Every single month when you're members, is another ancillary that I think is a very practical and awesome thing about being in our group. We bring on some like pretty crazy people. Dave Sethi, the head of Instagram Sports, You know, if you're working with a client that we send to you or you have that's in sports entertainment and somebody hacks their Instagram, how much value do you have if you go, hey, you know what, I got a guy that can get your Instagram fixed? Well, we have that connection with this guy. We're super close with him. Lucio Dalla Gasparina right there runs the communications for the global brand for Adidas right in Portland, right there by you guys. Great guy, talks about, we're doing NIL deals, all kinds of things. We had big, huge NIL deals. Then Aton, he's the vice president of A&R for Warner Brothers Music. Next Monday, I have Rodney Darkchild Jerkins coming on at the studio that I own here in Orlando. You should Google him if you don't know who that is. I guarantee about 80% of the people in this group have music on their iPods made by this guy. Going to talk about all the luxury properties he's purchased over the years with different real estate agents and what he did and didn't love to kind of keep with the training. So we do that. We do education sessions. Jordan and I will explain like what it's like to work with wealth managers. But we always provide a presentation deck with that as well, so that way, when we teach you how to do it, you can also download material that you can go use right after the fact. And that's what we do. We give practical training, and then we give you the tools to follow up that training. Bottom right, you might see it says social media. We had Nathan Hawks from Arcane Marketing come on and speak for 2 hours about SEO and how to make your local search engine optimization and your Google My Business better. Provided us a 70-page deck, all in our portal. If you join now, everything you see on screen, all the marketing, you would still have access to all this because we record everything and we keep it in our portal and you have access to it. So you could go in there and learn about how to do your local search engine optimization better. Every single month we have masterminds, guest speakers, and then sometimes we have member-led groups, which are really cool. We just had Megan Turnipseed, who's a huge land person in land out in Austin, do a land seminar. Great. What we're trying to do is get you leads, but also add dimensions to your business. And sometimes they don't necessarily be sports entertainment, but there's something that you can use when you have those. So we talk about quickly about communications. We have a member portal. You can see a little bit of it on the right there on the top. You get an access as soon as you sign up. You get access to it. You can go to education, watch all the videos I just talked about, download any of the materials that come with it. Go to marketing. It's got decks like PowerPoint decks, PDFs, videos, stories, squares, everything you would need to post, our fonts, our logos without backgrounds, everything you need to brand to us. We have a Telegram that because WhatsApp, we can't fit as many people as we have. So we have Telegram so everybody gets that so they can get news, all those things. Internal emails, and a RA. So we have an RA that in your group, regional ambassador, that can help you, can communicate with us if you have questions. And so we try to do everything. You think in 2022 that communication would be simple, but hey, some people use Facebook every day. Some people don't. Some people check their email. Some people don't. So it was a really important, like we're thinking about text. We're just trying to always stay on like, how do we get the message out to everybody? Because we don't want you guys to miss anything, right? Because this is an action-packed group. This is not like when you're in we have a Facebook group. That was where I skipped, of course. But if you go in our Facebook group, that is where that's where it all goes down. Everybody's in there. Leads are being posted, information, schedules. It's really, really, really action. So if you join, you want to make sure you're in there and spend 10 minutes a day in the morning and 10 minutes at night going through it and looking at it, or set up, some type of alerts. Because I can tell you this, there are things that happen any given second. I can log in there right now and I guarantee there's some posts about something new, right? There's always some things going on. Name, image, likeness deals. These are sponsorships. We do name, image, likeness deals. We've done 40 in the last 2 years, which is a huge. And I would imagine being out there, you guys have a lot. You probably know what this is because that's a very college heavy area out there, the Ducks and all that. So what we do is we have a lot of agents that we work with that are working with college athletes. So we pair them up with a agent. We do real low impact asks. You might sponsor a kid for $500 or $1,000, and they're doing social media posts for you. They're coming out to events that you're putting on. You get a local lender sponsor, do an event, pay the kid $500. They come out, they're making social media. They've got 30,000 on the thing, but the goal is that person may get drafted, and then they're going to need a house that's maybe it's $1 million, maybe it's 2, maybe it's 10. And then they're going to remember the person that took really good care of them when they were in college, right? So that's one of the reasons we do that. Pro sponsorship deals, we work with a couple places, Flex Work, Pro Camps. we do, and they go to each city, they bring in somebody special. I just did a Magic's player here in Orlando, it's $1,000 to me, and to flex work, not to KWSC, but I got 700 parents' email addresses. And the guy came out, signed, took pictures with us, brought us all together. So you get to meet the agent and you get to meet the player, and then you get all the kids and their parents that are attending those camps. You get all their contact info. Then you can farm to them. Member generated sponsorships, there's little things that come through all the time. You know, we're not we don't get involved in some of that. We just allow people, hey, if you got a good deal, people are interested, we do it. But one big thing we do not push in this group is trying to get people to do sponsorships. A lot of people will ask us, hey, I know the local Galaxy soccer team I think they like me. They asked me if I wanted to talk to their sponsorship guys. Like, you don't, because that guy wants you to sponsor the team. We're getting in there as partners, right? We're coming in, and that's why I built the lead engine, because it was like, listen, we're gonna teach you and your guys, we're gonna add value by teaching them about real estate a little bit. By the way, we're also gonna sell them real estate. Do I gotta wrap it up? Katie?
Did you see me unmute myself? Was that the
I did,
clue?
I did.
I can tell you're passionate about this and you could talk about it forever. But yes, like, how do people get signed up? What should they know taking out of this amazing presentation?
You guys, can you believe I made a 1-minute video out of all this?
What?
So I got through all of it, pretty much everything you saw. We do some consulting. If you guys want to join, like I said, very simple. You can see the code, you can scan the code, or you can just go to joinkwsc.com. We have a very simple application. You can just fill it out. I'm sorry I went long, but I was excited because you guys are like a fun group. I was watching you dance. I think there's a lot of people in this group that would really benefit from ours. We are still right now, we have about 3 days left for enrollment. So for this month. So if you're interested, if you found an application, we can still get you in this month. And then you can go to the Dark Child event next week, the event on Wednesday, and then we got some other good events, and you can go to Vegas. So this is that. If you have any questions, feel free to ask real quick, and I'll make them fast. If not, we can go.
Any questions that are just burning a hole?
I have one. How long do you have to sign up for?
That's a great question. It's month to month. We do not lock you in. If you sign up and you are in 2 or 3 months and you're like, this is just not really for me, no problem. You just send an email to kwsc.com. We end you your membership. You have, like, let's say you quit on the 6th. We let you're paid for that month. You're out on that next one. We don't bill you again. Yeah, we don't want to force anyone to be in this by any means.
I assume that location's pretty sensitive to being in larger areas where there would be more luxury homes or more high-end clients, like in the Portland area or Seattle area.
So, we get asked that a lot, and that's actually not necessarily the case. I mean, I put a couple players' families in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, which is, a fun destination, but it's not like necessarily where you would call luxury. The thing of it is that you have to understand that, like I said in the beginning too, this isn't luxury. We do luxury. We do sell some big $1 million houses and plus, but there's a lot of people that have families, like guys are from Eugene, but went to Oregon and now they're playing for the Raiders and they want to buy their mom a house in Salem or Eugene or whatever it is. So it's not necessarily the case. You'd really be surprised. Some of the cities that we've placed some people where I'm like, I've never even heard of this. I've never heard of Waukesha, Washington was one we had a couple weeks ago. And I was like, where is that? It's about 40 miles east of Seattle, but it's by far not Seattle. You know what I mean? And we actually had somebody there and they said, I never thought I was actually going to get a referral. I was like, well, there you go. You never know, so.
Hey, Jason.
That's right.
What you've got some barrier of entry here for this program in this group. What advice or kind of like what direction would you give someone who's maybe new to our industry, who is really passionate about sports and they want this to be a dimension of their business? How can they get connected or maybe get mentored to eventually gain entry to this program?
Yeah. So it also, I would say too, like if you're really enthusiastic and you do have some things, regardless of whatever, you should apply if you're interested, right? Because you just never know. We have a guy, I'm just going to quick story from Atlanta who had a lot of NFL contacts. He just had a lot of contacts, brand new realtor. I can't disclose the amount, but he has done 14 referrals. So he's made a lot of money this year, but he's never actually sold a house himself. So apply, because we look at that, like your enthusiasm, we look at what you might be able to bring. If you just aren't in there, you just aren't in there. But if we tell you that you aren't, then what we can do is say, listen, where are you at? Let me see if I can get one of our agents around you to maybe they'll mentor you, because our group, we build camaraderie. Like if we see people like bullying or cheerleading, we stop it. We want this, our group, we want to be special. Like when you're in it, you feel special and everybody in there treats each other great. So to your point, fill out the application, because even like you may have a contact that may be like, hey, that's more important than a 50,000 GCI. You know, I know the athletic director of University of Oregon. Come on in, because we're going to take that lead gen platform to him. You know what I mean? Cool.
You guys, we've talked a lot about getting focused and the importance of specializing over the last couple of months as we are shifting our business, and the importance of setting yourself apart. And like Chris said, being unusually excellent. So thank you, Jason, for bringing us another opportunity to be compelling within our industry. I appreciate your time. And could we potentially get a copy of this slide deck so we can share with everybody who's not here? Okay.
Yeah, I'll be
Pearl-
sending a follow-up.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Pearl's
Thank you,
on
Pearl.
here. Pearl will email you the deck and the video, which, like I said, you'll hard to believe I summed it all up in 1 minute in this video, but you can't get as extensive, right? So yeah, when we're done, we'll shoot you over the video that kind of talks about it. If you're coming to Mega Camp, come say hi to us. We'll have a booth. We'll be speaking. But if you're interested, great time to apply, because like we have some awesome stuff next week, then Mega Camp, and then when we come back, we have our Las Vegas event, which is going to be, people are going to have FOMO when they see that, you know what I mean? So
I already have FOMO. So thank you, Jason. Thank you, Pearl. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday, and we'll see you next month. Bye, everyone.
awesome. Thank you guys. Thanks for having us.